The Ghermezians are actually the third developer to attempt to build this mall. The first developer went bankrupt. The second developer almost went bankrupt. A few months later, COVID happened and everything was shut down. It's definitely faced a lot of challenges, and that was just the beginning.
You did a cover story for our latest magazine talking about the American Dream Mall, but more specifically the Ghermezian family that built it. Tell me who the Ghermezians are, why we care about them, what's interesting about them.
The Ghermezians are a Persian-Jewish family who first emigrated to New York and then eventually made their way to Canada. Mm-hmm. They lived in Edmonton, and that's where they started buying real estate. Mm-hmm. The grandfather, Jacob, who is called Papa Ghermezian, had a rugs and antique business. Mm-hmm. And he parlayed the money that he made from that into buying small pieces of real estate. His real estate purchases eventually grew larger and larger, and he built his first mall in Edmonton in the 1980s.
Yeah, and then the Ghermezians have continued to sort of expand that empire. They also own the Mall of America, right?
Yeah.
But you covered for this article the American Dream in New Jersey specifically. Paint the picture inside the American Dream for me. It's huge, right?
It's 3 million square feet. It has a water park. It has an amusement park. It has a ski slope. Mm-hmm. It has a luxury wing. It has kind of a mid-level shopping wing, and then it has a more affordable wing. So it's got a little bit of everything. Yeah. It's half amusements, half retail. Mm-hmm. It's pretty spectacular. Everything is supersized. Everything is colorful. There's a lot of loud music, mm-hmm. candy stores, restaurants, groceries. It's like nothing you've ever seen.
Yeah. And it's it's a unique strategy, right? Bringing experiential retail into the malls. They had some degree of this at the Mall of America, but the American Dream was difficult to get built, right? Tell me about some of the challenges that they faced in actually getting this project off the ground.
So the Ghermezians are actually the third developer to attempt to build this mall. The first developer went bankrupt. The second developer almost went bankrupt. The Ghermezians rescued the project in 2011 and spent billions of dollars to finish it. And, it finally opened in October 2019. And a few months later, COVID happened and everything was shut down. So it's definitely faced a lot of challenges, and that was just the beginning.
Yeah. Walking through the space with Paul Ghermezian, what picture did you get of what the mall means to the family and how connected the family is with the sort of day-to-day operations of the mall? I mean, it seems like it's a big family company, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of family members. A lot are involved in the business. I would say Paul was very proud of the mall. He said that there was a WhatsApp chat that the family was in constant communication on about this mall and their other two malls, that they would check in almost daily because they have family members in Minnesota at Mall of America. They still have family members in Edmonton involved in that mall. So they're very much involved in all of these projects and have a lot of pride and a lot invested in them.
Yeah. At the same time, it's been a challenging market for retail for a couple years. There are parts of the retail market that are really struggling, have really struggled, and some that have done really well. So where does American Dream sort of fall in that really varied landscape?
So it had two very difficult years, 2021 and 2022. They lost $245 million. Things have started to turn around recently. If you've been to the mall in the last year, you'll notice there are new luxury stores. There's now a Gucci, there's an Hermes, there's a Saks Fifth Avenue, a Balenciaga. And so as retail has sort of made a comeback, that's reflected in the mall. When I first visited it, when the amusement park first opened, there were virtually no stores there.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised when I went a couple months ago, and a lot of the empty storefronts were filled. There were people shopping. So it's definitely riding this recent wave of of a retail recovery.
Yeah.
And hoping to continue that.
Yeah. So I guess we'll have to sort of wait and see what the next phase looks like for American Dream and whether, this all sort of does play out in our favor. But did you get any sense from Paul about projects that are next?
Well, the big thing is the World Cup, which is coming next summer, 2026, to MetLife Stadium, which is right across the street. So that's going to bring a lot of international visitors, a lot of tourists, and I think they're kind of gearing up for that, hoping to add more luxury stores. They've just hired a new leasing team to try and lease some more of the luxury spaces. I think they're, continuing to ramp up in anticipation of that.
Awesome. Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.